Hi crafty friends. Today I'm bringing you a Christmas project, but this could also be used at any time of the year. Now this has come from a lady called Kathy Orta, and she does mini albums, off the page items, and she's truly amazing. So if you haven't heard of Kathy Orta, then go and look her up because she's brilliant. So this is the box envelope. And then we open it up, and if you hear any growling in the background, that's my 6-week-old Cavalier King Charles puppies, and they've just woken up right when I start to film. Okay, so we open that up. This is the front. Now I've used some Project Lifestyle cards on the front, as well as some other papercraft embellishments that I've made. And then we open it this way, so I'll place it down here, that way. Here, and there. And you've got a beautiful end of year, almost like storybook or coffee table item, great to send to grandparents, family, or anybody special. So I'm going to show you how I made it, and I've put a little elastic belly band closure on there. Okay, so I'll show you how I make the book first. I'll put all the measurements up on my blog. So we need 4 pieces that measure 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. We need 1 piece that is 6 1/4 by 7 1/4, and 1 piece that is 7 by 7 1/4. Okay, so our 6 1/4 inch square pieces, we don't have to do anything to them. Our piece that is 6 1/4 by 7 1/4, what we're going to do is we're going to score that at 1/2 inch on either of the long side. So we've got 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch there. We're going to score it at 1/2 inch, and then we're going to score it at 6 3/4. So that's 1/2 inch either end. Then we're going to turn it 90 degrees, either way, it doesn't matter, and we're going to score that at 6 1/4 and 6 1/2. So you're going to have a 1/4 inch gap there and a 1/2 inch left on the end. And that's all the scoring. So then we're going to take our paper snips. Now I don't know if you can see, but we are going to cut this rectangle out. Can you see that? So we're going to cut that out on either side. Okay, so from here what we're going to do is we're just going to very slightly miter our corners, and this will just give us a neater project. So we're going to miter those 2 sides, and then what we're going to do up to this first score line here on the bottom where we've got our 1/4 inch gusset, we're going to just miter up to that first score line. Okay, so I'll bring that up. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so on our 6 1/4 by 7 1/4 piece, we're just going to miter up to the score line on either side. Okay, so that is all the snipping we have to do. So before I put it together, I just fold and burnish along all of my score lines. So I'll take that one. And I'll fold and burnish both of these. And that's it. So, construction is very simple. Our 2 pieces that have the score lines, they're going to go on here. So I like to use Tombow on here because it's wonderfully strong. So a bead of glue along there, and I'm just going to stick this on up to the score line but not covering it, and just reinforce that, burnish that down. Okay, there we go. So bring that back there. So on either edge of these scored edges, we're going to place one of our 6 1/4 inch square pieces. You'll notice that on some of my pieces I've written the measurements down on it. I always do that with my projects. When you get, not so much with this one because there's only 3 different sizes, but when you get into much larger mini albums, it can become confusing very quickly. Okay, so here we have essentially our storybook card, and these fold in like that. So I'll just fold them in and give them a further reinforce. Same here. And there is our 1/4 inch gusset, and that folds up. Okay, I'll come back in a moment and I'll show you how I decorate my album and also add that elastic belly band closure.